Time rules us from the day we're born to the day we die. From the moment we take our first breath to the moment we give our last sigh. Hi, I'm David. Welcome to another one of my videos. Previous videos I've done have included suicide reality, counselling in Australia, and defeating depression. Today's video is all about time, our cruel ruler. The idea for this video came about when I was at a local park run. Before the start, I saw among other runners there was a lot of tension, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. Then 3, 2, 1, go! Everyone pressed the buttons on their stopwatches. Other runners were seen as obstacles in our path. The more runners we passed, the more likely we'd be we'd run a fast time. When I had a look at other runners, I didn't see smiles on their faces. I didn't see relaxation in their bodies. All I saw was their obsession with time. When we finished, everyone asked each other, "How fast did you run?" When people said they ran very fast, they felt a sense of euphoria. When we ran quite fast, we felt pleased, sense of joy. When we ran slower than what we wanted, we felt disappointed. And when we ran very slow, we felt depressed. When I got home, I realised how weird it is, how wrong it is that how we felt depended upon how fast we run. I decided, stuff time. I'm going to do my training and run in races without a stopwatch. The result? I feel so much more relaxed. I feel a sense of freedom, being able to walk and jog and run as slow or as fast as I like without the pressure of time. Yes. Time is also a cruel ruler for those who go to the casino and or play poker machines. Those in charge know that the longer it is you play, the more likely it is that you're going to lose. So therefore they make a point of not having clocks on display so we won't be aware of the time. I remember when I had a gambling addiction, I'd go to the casino and I wouldn't get home till 3 or 4 in the morning. I'd win and lose hundreds of dollars and not even realise what I was doing. I, like so many, maybe even you, was mesmerised by the flashing lights and lured by the fantasy of winning thousands of dollars. One day, I decided I'm never going to gamble ever again. Why? Because I knew and I know that if I resume gambling, I won't be able to stop. And I'll be a victim again of our cruel ruler, time. By not gambling, I'm in charge, not time. Time is also a cruel ruler when it comes to food. You go to a supermarket, you see 2 kilograms of washed potatoes for $7.50 and 4 kilograms of unwashed potatoes for $8. Now surely it makes sense to buy the 4 kilogram bag because it works out so much cheaper in the long run. But you think, couldn't be bothered peeling potatoes? I've got more important things to do with my time. Really? Like what? Actually, while you are peeling potatoes, hint hint, you can be having a good chat with your partner and children at the same time. They should even help you. I mean, why not? Or would you rather they play games on a social media device instead? Now, when it comes to eating, I really love apples and celery. Now, sure, the lazy option for me to do would be just put the apples and celery and other fruit and veggies I like, just put it into a blender, turn it on, and a few seconds later, I can pour that sludge into a glass and drink it. But if I was to do that, what's the point in me even having teeth? Now, when you're cutting up fruit and vegetables or slicing it up, whether it's apples or celery or whatever fruit and vegetables you like, the more time you spend doing that, what it means is you're more likely to enjoy every bite of that healthy food. But it can be so hard to do that, so you think. The lazy option would be to just pour all your stuff into a blender and stuff up your teeth and stuff up your body. It's not very healthy, is it? Now, maybe you've had a long, hard day. So might have your partner. And you think, look, I couldn't be bothered preparing a meal. It's too much bother, just a waste of time. Let's choose the easy option. How about what we do? We order some fast food junk, have it delivered to our place, and sit down mindlessly eating it while watching television or social media. That's the easy option. But it's not very healthy, is it? Now, I've spoken to other therapists, and what we all agree on is that what is healthy is when you and your partner make the time and make the effort to prepare a meal together. And while you're doing that, you can be having a really good, healthy conversation. What you can do is add spice to the food and add spice to the conversation. ... Remember the famous saying, the family which cooks together and eats together grows together. When we're in a crisis, time is distorted. It's out of shape. But when we're in a normal situation, whatever normal is, it feels like we're going from here to here. But when we're in a crisis, we have no idea of the time. Time is distorted and out of shape. We don't even know where the end is about pain and misery. Sad, but true. I remember when I was considering suicide a few times, crisis support workers would say to me, David, don't take action now. Wait for a couple of days till you speak to a counsellor, ideally face to face. That while you're going through a really bad time now, it won't always be like this. The fact is that what crisis support workers and most counsellors don't understand is that we're in a crisis situation. The time is distorted and there seems to be no time at all when there will be an escape or an ending to our intense pain and misery. They don't understand that. They need to be taught that. Now, when I became a crisis support worker myself, what I quickly found was when I was speaking to callers considering suicide and with other issues, the callers knew they were speaking to someone they could relate to, someone who had not only been in their situation, similar situations, but someone who realised that when we're in a crisis, the time is distorted. And the connections I've had with callers have been truly special. There's no substitute for lived experience. Okay? I've got a question for you now. What's it like for you? How does it feel when you're waiting for anything? It might be a family member or a friend or a member of some organisation says they're going to call you or going to come and see you in a couple of days. Now, while you're waiting, you don't want to really start anything major just in case the call or the visit comes now. So while we are there waiting, you're not killing time. Time is killing you. Sad, but true. Now I'll give you a couple of examples of what's happened to me. One time, about 5 years ago, I had a really great job interview. The manager was so impressed with me. He introduced me to the rest of the staff and said, "David, that's so great." And when he said to the other members of the staff, he said, "David's going to be working for us now." You should have seen the smile on my face. I felt so special. I'd been through a tough time, but I thought, yes, to be working for this organisation with a great reputation, yes, my life was turning around. And the manager said, as he was leaving, "I'm going to call you in a couple of days just to confirm." I think I was on cloud 9 or 11 or 13 or something like that. But the call never came. A few weeks later, I rang up that organisation and wanted to know what was going on. And they said, "Oh, no, it's no big deal. Haven't been selected." I'd love to be able to tell you the name of that organisation which treated me so badly, but I'm not allowed to. About 4 years ago, I met a beautiful lady called Veronica. Most beautiful lady I've ever met in my life. We got to know each other. We said to each other the most beautiful words. Veronica said to me, "David, I was born to love you." And I said to Veronica, "Every day we spend together, I promise I'll write a poem saying how beautiful you are and how much I love you." Veronica and I spoke about our wedding. We even decided on what song we'd have played at our wedding. Before then, of course, we'd have to get engaged. And we chose a day and a time in which I would pop the big question to her. I got all dressed up, much nicer than I am now. I looked really smart. This was going to be the greatest day of my life. There I was waiting for Veronica to come. But Veronica didn't come. And she didn't call me to explain why she didn't come. I'm still waiting for that call. Time can be oh so cruel. Time is our cruel ruler. When we had problems in the past, what we used to do was use our brains and talk to other people face to face to come up with solutions. Now, though, we don't have to use our brains or talk to people face to face. All we have to do is use a social media device, press a couple of buttons, and all our problems are apparently solved. Children say, especially, thinking is a waste of time. Boring. It is so boring. Who needs brains anyway? I'd rather be addicted to social media. So say so many children and adults. What a sad, sick attitude to have. I believe that while time is our cruel ruler, that social media is its assassination squad. I'll repeat that. Social media is the assassination squad of our cruel ruler time. If that sounds a bit harsh, I'll let you in on a story. Something which happened a few years ago. The names have been changed though. There was a beautiful lady called Susan, 25, a nurse. She had so much going for her. Really great looking, sparkling personality. She was dedicated towards spending the rest of her life towards helping other people. But Susan confided in me that there was just something lacking, something missing in her life. A relationship. And I said to Susan, well, why don't you go along to some sports clubs or social clubs, maybe some arts clubs, and meet people face to face. Get to know them, see who's genuine and who's not. And over time, let's just see, something could happen. But Susan said to me, no, I haven't got time for any of that. I want a relationship now. So Susan chose the quick option, the more dangerous option. She met and fell in love with the image of a man online. Now, over the course of 18 months, they got to know each other. They exchanged text messages, phone calls, emails. After 18 months, Susan said to me, okay, now I'm ready. The time is now to meet the love of my life. Patrick is his name. She had a smile in her voice, a smile in her heart, a smile in her face. But I said to Susan, be careful. Try and meet at a neutral venue. But Susan said, no, I'll be okay. I'll be right. Don't worry about me. Those were the last words Susan said to me. What happened? When Susan did meet Patrick, she found out he was nothing like the image he'd portrayed online. What did Patrick do to her? He stabbed her to death and set fire to her body. Social media truly is the assassination squad of our cruel ruler time. What are you doing, you might be asked, when you're eating fast food or using social media? I'm saving time, you say. Really? The reality is you're poisoning your body with fast food and you're poisoning your brain with social media. So how about we stop that and focus on reality, not social media? One day, you're about to walk across the road. You see a car coming. And you think, I haven't got time to wait for the car to pass. I'm not just going to stand here. I've got more important things to do with my time. I'm going to run across the road before the car comes. You start to walk across the road. But you know what happens? You're knocked over by the car. Next thing, you're lying in hospital, in pain, waiting to receive treatment. While you're there, you're thinking, if only I'd been more patient. If only I'd listened to David say that time is our cruel ruler. I wouldn't be in this hospital. I wouldn't be in this pain. I wouldn't be in this situation where time has a whole new meaning. Now, most of us don't know when we're going to die. So how about what we do, we, including you, make the time, make the effort this week to say things to others before it's too late. Make time this week to say thank you for what you said, for what you did, whether it be to a family member or a friend or someone else who went out of their way to be kind to you. In my case, I'm going to say to my camera lady, thanks so much for always making sure you arrive on time. It means so much to me. Make time this week to say, I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry for what I did. I didn't mean to offend you. I can be so stupid, so selfish at times. I wasn't thinking. If I had my time again, I wouldn't have said or done those things to you. Please forgive me. Make time this week to say to someone special, I love you. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being you. Thanks for those special times we share, the special times we spend together. Thanks for that cheeky smile you often have on your face, which always puts a smile on my face. Now, by making the effort to do those words, to say those actions, and vice versa, to say thank you, I'm sorry, and I love you. By doing that this week, you and those people lucky enough to hear your words will feel a sense of peace, a sense of happiness, a sense of fulfillment before it's too late. Now, don't let your last words before you die be, I should have said. Instead, let them be, I'm so proud of what I said. I'm so proud of what I did. Now, in this video, I've spoken about how we're ruled from the day we're born to the day we die by a cruel rule of time. But what happens when we die? There are no clocks, no watches, no social media devices in heaven. Instead, there is a sense of peace. What happens is that you will spend eternity with those you loved when you're alive. Life has a whole new meaning, true life, without being ruled by the pressure of time, a sense of freedom, a sense of fulfillment, a true sense of that. Now, a wise philosopher had these special words, which I'll share with you. What he said is that make sure you have the time, make the time to recognize and acknowledge the beauty you see in other people. It needn't be their physical beauty. It can be in their hearts and souls. And make sure you spend the time this week to recognize and acknowledge the beauty in yourself. It needn't be your physical beauty. It can be the beauty in your heart and soul. Please remember those words. They could even change your life if you want them to. Now, thank you so much for making the time, for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. To do that, just see my contact details in the bio below. Thank you.